If you clicked on this video, something is coming into your life today. Something magnificent is being manifested, and it's going to come today. And before the end of the day, you'll see what it is. You will see what it is, and it's something that you've been working on. And so just let it go. At this point, whatever it is that you're manifesting right now, I want you to just let it go and carry throughout your day and be completely grateful. Start looking around. Stop yourself right now and look around and say, I'm so grateful for that tree over there, because look at it. It's moving in the wind. It's so beautiful. And look at the fresh air. I get to breathe fresh air. I have 2 eyes to see with. I can hear the sounds, the jets overhead. There's a hurricane coming, and I absolutely am grateful for that. And there's water running. I got fresh water to drink. It smells tremendous out here. I mean, I get to be outside. I can see the sky. It's tremendous. There's birds flying around. Look at these guys. There's so many things. And so your manifestation is coming to you. So let it go and start looking around and being grateful for what's around you right now. And you're going to unlock that, and it's coming. It's coming to you regardless, so don't overthink that. Stop overthinking. I want you to be grateful in the moment. Your manifestation is already here. Your manifestation is already here right now, and you are super grateful for everything that you have in your life. Just take a look around. Give somebody a hug today. Tell somebody you love them today. And just be grateful for the moment, because the clock is ticking. Life is meant to be experienced and to live a fulfilled life and enjoy your senses, everything that you have created, everything that God has created for you. Enjoy that right now. The moment is here right now. It cannot get better than it is right now, when you feel so magnetic and so grateful, so appreciative. It's everything is perfect right now. Everything in your life is working out perfectly. And just look around. Everything is working out perfectly. Look how beautiful it is. Everything is so beautiful. Life is beautiful. Just acknowledge it. Be present. Hold your attention on these feelings. And tell someone something positive today. Whoever you see, if you see there's always a negative person in your life, tell them you love them today. Tell them that you're doing outstanding. Don't try to coach them. Just tell them something positive. And tell them something positive, and redirect your focus. And start seeing them in a positive light instead of that negative that you always see. So if you have someone in your life right now that's always negative, use some law of thought transmission on them today. Also shift that. So if you always see someone negative, just think in your mind for 1 second, actually this person is positive. This person always has the greatest things to say. And I've done this before, and I've had negative people turn into positive people, at least just for that day. They'll say something they never would have said in a million years, just by simply rehearsing something in my imagination. Seeing a negative person all the time, then all of a sudden I rehearse a scene with this negative person, and then they say something positive. Wow, they just come around and be like, isn't it a beautiful day today? And I'd be like, actually it is. It's tremendous. But that person never would have said that the day before. Never said that in any day in their entire life. But because I mentally rehearsed it, they did that. And even my grandfather said he's done all sorts of different things like that when he was testing out the law and the law of assumption. He would actually, because he was working at the Arthur Murray Dance Studios, he had over 1,000 employees at one time. And he said that he would imagine certain people sneezing 1 time or 3 times, or saying something that they would never have said before. Like I said, like a negative person saying something positive. Like they never say anything positive. So you mentally rehearse that before you walk in the room. Like in your mind, you don't have to do it before bed. You can do it literally like 10 minutes before you see them. You start picturing, you start hearing them say something, and then watch them. They'll come inside the room, and then they'll say that exact same thing, or something similar to it. They'll have a different. It'll be something in the same sort of light, like the same positivity. And they'll just reflect that back to you through the law. And they'll think that thought originated from them, but it actually originated from you. My grandfather, they said he used to do all sorts of different things, testing the law, and he would always laugh. And people would ask him, why are you laughing? He'd be like, nothing. He would never tell anyone what he was doing. When he was using the law of thought transmission, imagining different things. Even when he was back in the Wilshire Ebell Theater with Neville, and he saw Neville, he said he was blown away by how Neville used the phone technique how Neville was sitting there, and it was his VIP members were watching him on the little studio that was back in the back of the Wilshire Ebell Theater, and Neville Goddard was sitting, and there was a phone there, and he would go into an imaginal act, and he'd say, "This person is going to call me. This person's going to call this phone, and they're going to say this to me." And then the phone would ring, and then that person would say that exact same thing to him, and he would imagine it, and it would almost be instantaneous. That's how fast Neville would get someone to call him and say almost like verbatim exactly what he was imagining. And they had like a speakers system set up to where you could actually hear what the person's saying, because Neville Goddard was completely transparent about everything that he was doing. And this is part of like the Neville Goddard teachings that were done at the Wilshire Ebell Theater in Los Angeles. Wilshire or Wilshire, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe somebody can help me in the comments. I always say Wilshire. I think I say Wilshire. I don't know if it's Wilshire. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't think it's relevant. But all of these things lead up to being just living in the moment and raising your frequencies and letting your manifestation come today. Because remember, creation is finished. And whatever you're working on, just let it go and be grateful for the moment. And that's when the door opens. That's when the door can open or will open. And just you'll see too how it was just waiting for you to let go and detach from it. Just detach, let go, and be grateful. That's the key to detachment. Whatever's happening and you're attached to something, it's because you're not in a state of gratitude. Put yourself in a state of gratitude and you will automatically detach. Just start writing things down. Get a notepad, write down 20. Don't just write down whatever. Hold your attention in the present moment and really, really submerge yourself in this. Like, if there's something that you're grateful for, write a whole paragraph about that thing. Like, why are you grateful for it? How are you grateful for it? And you love this thing. You absolutely love this thing, and you just submerge yourself. You write a whole paragraph for each one about why you're so grateful for this one thing. I want you to submerge yourself, hold your attention and present moment awareness on this gratitude. And by the end of your counting that list, after you're writing 10 of those things, you're probably going to get a phone call or someone's going to knock on the door, and you're going to get what you've been waiting for 10 years simply by doing that. You're in this high state of gratitude. You are in a state of non-attachment to anything because you already possess everything. You're so happy for your life right now in the present moment. You don't even know what to do. You're so happy. You're so grateful. You're so content. You already have this feeling that your wish is already fulfilled and you've let go because your life is beautiful just the way it is. And that's when the doors open, floodgates open, and it all just comes in and you have everything, absolutely everything. And I want to talk more about the VIP meetings that my grandfather had. I know I had talked about a lot of it before, but I want to start getting into some of that, just having conversations about that kind of stuff. But because Neville Goddard was such a great, teacher, and my grandfather was lucky enough to be able to be taught by him, and then he told me all about it, so I can, like, the only actual way, because I don't know if there's anyone out there that attended these meetings that's still alive to this day or within our existence now, within this reality, that can talk about this. So I'm going to talk more about it, and it's good bringing it back up. It gets my mind back into it, and I start, puts a smile on my face because I love the way my grandfather was such a great storyteller, but it was all truth. There was no fiction. The way that they did certain things. I'm sure there's probably some of it he stretched the truth a bit, but I mean, for the most part, I do believe that all of it actually happened, and I believe it because I've experienced a lot of it to be true. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.